Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're going to be playing Poisoned Storm but Fog. It's a thick, scary, dangerous fog in this world. And what we're doing is we're playing basically Turbo Fog with 4 moments piece for Weather the Storm. But the way that we're going to win the game, instead of playing the Turbo Fog like mill plan, is we're going to poison our opponent to death. We're going to hit them with Prologue to Phyresis. Each opponent gets a poison counter, draw a card. And Infectious Inquiry. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Each opponent gets a poison counter. And then we're going to proliferate the poison counters onto them and our lands, which I'll get into, with our proliferation spells that we're playing 12 of. We're playing 4 Contentious Plan, which is proliferate, draw a card, sorcery. 4 Steady Progress, which is 3 mana, and it's proliferate and draw a card, but it's an instant, which is much better. Sometimes costing 3 is a problem, but instant is good. And then 4 Experimental Augury, which is look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, the rest of the bottom of your library in any order, and proliferate. So it's Anticipate with proliferate. And this has not only will continue to poison our opponent, but it has synergy with our lands here. So our lands are depletion lands, which get 2 depletion counters on them when they enter the battlefield, and you can remove a counter to get 2 mana of whatever color they make. And this is a risk just playing these, but when you continuously proliferate onto them, they essentially are Tron lands. If you look at the actual Tron lands, versus mine, for example, we see that once you've assembled Tron, this makes 2 mana, but it's colorless. So this is always going to make 2 mana. We don't have our towers, but we make a ton of mana. And then to make colors, we have Pentad Prism, which has Sunburst and also gets a lot of value from proliferating because you can remove a counter to make 1 mana of any color, which means that if you have 2 of them in play, this is free and this is free. If you have 3 of them in play, every single one of our proliferation spells costs 0 mana, essentially. It's mana neutral. Then we have 2 more energy refractors just for filtering, which we like having in play. It doesn't do that much, but we can also get rid of them later. The way that we're going to get past all these blind draws is we have 3 Faithless Lootings in the deck, and we also have 3 Deep Analysis to push the card advantage overall. We are also playing 1 Mystical Teachings to fetch this, or one of these spells, and 1 Swirling Sandstorm, which is simply to clear the board after we've let the dust settled and weather the storm and stalled out for a bit, and then just wipe. So I like the plan overall. And then in the sideboard, we have our anti-control package of Brainy Ending, Nile Spellbomb, anti-Fey package of Anoint the Affliction, Breath Weapon, and then anti-Walls package of Anoint the Affliction, Inside Out. So it's pretty straightforward. I think Walls and Fey are our worst matchups. We also are pretty weak to Blitz, but with Moments Peace in the main, maybe that will be okay. If you like this content, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/CaliGuys. Leave a like and subscribe. Comment, let me know what you thought. Maybe there is some more tweaking to do. Maybe this is not even the right play, but if you like Turbo Fog, maybe this is a new alternative, more competitive Turbo Fog. We'll see you in the matches. Okay, we're here in round 1. My OBS just started to poop the bed, and we missed game 1, but what happened was they played Vault of Whispers into Swamp, into Deadly Dispute. Their Vault of Whispers play a Wellspring off of the treasure and then concede. So we sideboarded in, assuming they're a Goblin combo, bring in some Nile Spellbombs and a couple Brain the Ending. Not going all in on it. We're going to keep. They're mulliganing to 5, so who knows? Could be anything at this point. I would like to just play Woodlot into Needle into turn 3 Infectious Inquiry. Bajukabog. So now that means to me that they're probably on the Colony Gardens Mono Black Control deck. So we probably want to try to get out our Pentad right away because of duress and stuff. There's the Ichor Wellspring. I'm just going to play Scary. I know I said I wanted to get the Pentad out right away, but I think I'm going to develop my mana. It would make sense for them to be on the Colony Gardens control deck, and that is what it looks like. I think that we probably have a really good matchup here. Yep. Okay. Alright, so let's play the Peat Bog. Play Pentad. Not sure what kind of disruption this player is going to have. I'm just going to start smashing them with poison. Pass the turn. So now we have to play out an island so that we can experimental augury. Then we can play a Nile Spellbomb. Not sure that that's going to matter that much, but it does stop their angler, which is good. So they have 3 in the graveyard, 4, 5. Angler costs 7, but they can delve. So let's pass. Play an island. Wow, okay. We just have everything. Pentad Prism again. It's kind of brutal for our opponent. Let's augury. Let's take the looting? No. Yeah, take the looting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna go Nile Spellbomb. Gonna progress. And then get some more counters. Okay. And then go ahead and loot. Loots magoots. Discarding these 2 woodlots. We don't do very much here. And we're gonna just Spellbomb them right now. Stopping an angler this turn. Pass turn. Okay, looting looked pretty good in that position. We need more proliferation, but that's not that bad right now. 4 mana. I can play a Thorn or something. Okay, so you're gonna start drawing cards. We also are drawing cards. They discard Urborg Repossession. Think we can double deep analysis. Draw. Pentad Prism. Okay, draw again. Alright, cool. So we're gonna go Pentad Prism and done. And then we can augury. We grab I don't know if bring the ending matters. Let's grab the deep analysis. And then we're going to put some counters on our things. Say done. We could Faithless Looting right now, or simply just cast Weather the Storm. We have a lot of mana already. Just play a Needle, I think. Yeah, play a Needle, and then just go ahead and Weather for some life here. Next turn we can cast the Looting and get rid of our excess lands. Pass the turn. Also teachings for an augury to set up our mana. We go to 30 life. For 4 mana, 5 mana, they play an Avenging Hunter, so they have the initiative. Unfortunately, it's not going to matter. It might matter. I don't know. We have another Weather Storm in hand. It was good to get the weather off, but they're on double. They're on double emblem. It's so ridiculous. The emblems should not. They should just be all gone. Just get rid of all the emblems. It's so ridiculous. Okay. We have the looting. We have the weather. Okay, We don't need these. We're gonna teachings. 1, 2, 3. Floating some mana. Getting the augury. Play Peat Bog. Go ahead and augury off of this black. Grab Contentious Plan. It's just better than Steady Progress here. Any order. We're just adding Proliferate. We're just putting counters on everything. Imagine doing this in paper, just adding dice all over the place. Okay, what are we going to do now? Let's Contentious Plan. So we're going to draw a card, add a bunch more counters. Adding counters all over the place. Making sure I don't misclick again this time. And done. We can loot again. Let's go for that. Since we have a bunch of stuff in hand we don't want. Loot it up. Discard. Discard. We can prologue. And that draws us a card. They go to 7 counters. We did not draw into any proliferation, so I'm just going to Weather the Storm here. Alright. Opponent's turn. They take the initiative. They're going to go into Forge. We're at almost 50 life. You can see here that so far the Chalice did not matter that we didn't have it. Okay, I wonder if they'll be able to blow up my artifacts. They do, so I'm just going to prologue. Find a contentious plan. All right. I think our opponent is pretty dead here. Wait. 5. Crypt Rats? Okay. Crypt Rats is fine. I don't want to blow up both my remaining Pentad Prisms just to counter Crypt Rats. Okie dokie. Play this scary, contentious plan. You put some counters on our stuff. I'm actually going to put a counter on their creature for funsies. Done. And then we're going to do contentious plan again. Doink. Do. Just adding counters. Make the creature bigger. They said lol. Alright, GG. See you in round 2. Okay, round 2 versus Burrioso. Last time I faced them, they were on familiars. So this hand has a lot of problems, especially in that matchup. We're going to mulligan. This hand is quite a bit better. Not great, but definitely better. We're going to keep. I think I'm going to simply get rid of the looting here. We're going to say done. Our best draw would be a depletion of any kind. Looks like they are on familiars. So we just have to get the prologue down early and then just manage to depletion them, or poison them out. Our opponent says, I just lost to mono red. That deck is OP. That deck is OP. I think that the mono red deck is way too good for what it is. And I think the panel should probably manage it, but they're not going to. That is the result. Alright, play this Peatbog and get my Pentad Prism out so I get a counter on it. Pass the turn. I wonder if they're going to be able to combo me quickly. We have the Swirling Sandstorm, so if they tap out, we can wipe their familiars. As I was saying, I think that the mono red deck just has too many angles of attack. Like, way back in time, the regular red deck was like kind of weak to the interaction in a lot of ways. And it was playing off the top of the deck. But now you have a million draw spells. Alright, we're gonna go for... Okay, find a scary, that's good. Let's lead on Augury. Doesn't really matter. Let's steady progress, draw land. You get a pointer, counter. 1, 2, 1. And then we can Augury. Okay, we'll just contentious plan. You. 1, 1, 1. And then we have 3 in the graveyard. Moment's Peace doesn't help. If we find a looting, we can loot into kill all their creatures as long as they're tapped out. They're going to play another familiar. They're fam flooded. Play a Muldrifter. They're going to start smashing in. Okay, we have 3 in the graveyard. 4, 5. We might be able to wipe their familiars. They can just prohibit basically anything. Alright, we will attempt to play a Pentad Prism. If this resolves, it's quite good for us because... Yep, okay. We can just now play Steady Progress. And basically all of our proliferation is free. They seem to be tapped out. Let's Augury. Looking for a loot. Just find another Augury, so I'll take that. Because it's a 0 mana spell. That's 5 in the graveyard. Augury. Take the island. Okay, we're going to proliferate a little bit. Alright, I think that they are, let's see, 4, 5, 6, we left with 1 counter. It stinks. Alright, we're just going to pass the turn. We'll pass again. Maybe they'll tap out. They probably aren't going to see the sandstorm coming. Digga-digga-dee, digga-digga-digga-dee. It's like the Darude sandstorm. Digga-digga-dee, digga-digga-digga-dee. They play in the Modern Age. They could have any, like, all sorts of different interactive spells. Play the Woodlot. Pass the turn. They discard. We are very close to dying to their combo. So this is a fine spot for me to just cast my Weather the Storm. I mean Moment's Peace. Pass the turn. Okay, do they tap out? Come on, opponent, tap out. You know you want to. They're just discarding stuff, casting a Ponder. They're at 6 poison. We basically just need to chain some spells. 6 cards in hand. The likelihood that they have a counter is very high. And they could just combo us. Play Sage Row, play Archaeomancer, play Archaeomancer, get back what? Get back the Snap. So they're probably going to snap and replay a Drifter. They snap a Drifter. And just replay the Drifter here. Here comes the Drifter. I just hard cast it. There's no need to evoke it. With tons of mana. Okay, they evoke it anyway. So maybe we'll see. Okay, there's an Ephemerate. Yep. Alright, so how do we win this game? If we top deck any draw spell or any looting or any proliferation, we cast the Sandstorm first. Then they attempt to counter it. And then we cast our Infectious Inquiry. So there's the counter. Okay. Play a land. We're going to Infectious Inquiry. Hope it to chain. Contentious Plan. Set 7/8. If we don't hit a draw spell, we're dead. Deep Analysis. 4 mana. We're going to DA. Find a Steady Progress. We need one more. Progress. 1, 2, 3. And you. We did not get there. So we have 2 looks. And or if we hit a looting. Oh my goodness. Alright, we have to scoop. Do we scoop it up? They have Ephemerate? Yeah, that was really close. Darn. We did the best we could. Wow, we were never getting there. Brutal. Okay, so we want to bring the ending, and we want the Nile Spellbomb. Sandstorm is medium. Definitely don't want the Moment's Peace. And we can cut most of the Weather Storms. So then the other question is, do we bring in any other stuff? Like removal spells or breath weapons or... Ooh, Inside Out's actually pretty good here. So let's bring the Inside Outs and cut the Teachings. We could die to their Drifter Beats, though. I think we're good. I think I'm going to cut the Weather Storm and try it like that. Inside Out on the wall is going to be really big. Bring the ending on their Drifters. Now Spellbomb to stop them from flickering us out. So let's go. We had kind of a medium hand. This is a pretty good hand, I think. We're going to keep it. Play the Scary. We're going to turn 2 Prologue, turn 3 Inside Out their Familiar. Pass the turn. Removal spell that draws a card. Hello. Okay, pass the turn. We're starting off with a Proliferation. They're starting off with a Preordain. Actually, not Proliferation. We're going to get the poison on them so that every single spell matters. Okay, Peat Bog. Prologue. Pass the turn. There's a Familiar. Okay, we'll pass. We're going to play Inside Out. Doink. And play Nile Spellbomb. Pass the turn. That was pretty nice. They are going to cycle for an island. Play the island. Pass the turn. Okay. So we're going to play the Scary and also pass the turn. Don't think there's anything that I would counter, but if they evoke a Muldrifter, I'll counter it. We'll have to lose our... It's a Seagate Oracle. I think that's fine. 1 damage. 1 damage a turn is okay. Plays a Chancery. Pass the turn. Okay. So we're going to go over here. Lead on Contentious Plan. And you... Counter, counter, counter. Okay, done. Play Infectious Inquiry. And play land. Did not find any Proliferation, which is stinky. Play land, pass the turn, I guess. We have 1 Bring the Ending, and we can counter anything with it. We have a Preordain. Alright. We're looking for any Proliferation spells, I guess. So, we're like, Vivisurgence is like too expensive. We get in for 1. We're at 17. Scary. Alright, we'll play that out. Develop our mana some. Do I want to cast DA? think not just yet, because I want to leave up the Bring the Ending. Maybe for a Muldrifter or an Archaeomancer. Well, Archaeomancer doesn't do that much right now. They cast a Ponder. So right now they're at 3 poison. We need to get our Pentad Prism into play safely. Okay, they play a Chancery, pick up a land, holding up 2 counterspells. Get in for 1, put us to 16. Pentad Prism again. Alright, I think I'm going to Deep Analysis now. Refining Augury. Okay. So I'm going to play the land, pass the turn. We need to make good use of our Augury. Plays a Familiar. Let's go ahead and counter it. They cast Prohibit. Okay. Now they have 2 open mana. That's a bummer. Alright, pass the turn. Okay, my turn. Teachings. First thing I'm going to do, I think, is cast this Augury. Try to get my mana back on my lands. Expecting them to have the counter, so we have a counter back. Counter. This is going to resolve. Sweet. Do I want to take the looting or the spell bomb? I need the looting now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we're going to play double Pentad. Pentad again. Do I think they're going to have a Dust to Dust here? Maybe. Maybe it's worth just drawing some cards. Draw 2 with the Infectious Inquiry. Let's loot 2. Discard, discard. Maybe looting 2 there was a mistake, because now the Peat Bog. Now I kind of need the Peat Bog in play. Okay, discard that. I'm getting murdered here. I'm afraid to flash back the Deep Analysis at the moment, because I'll be at 10. I think I have to, though. Draw. Another Augury. Okay, so I'm going to pass. We're kind of hoping that they don't Dust to Dust us. They cast them. They're going to evoke a Muldrifter. Okay, so now we have to start jamming because otherwise we're going to die. They now Ephemerate. They have lots and lots of cards. Lots of cards. 4 mana. Plays another Muldrifter, so they're tapped out. This is quite good for me. Plays a land. Not tapped out anymore. Okay. Alright, Contentious Plan was a really good pickup. We can play the Contentious Plan first. Okay, they go for a Prohibit, so I can now tap this, play Augury, grab Looting, any order. You get some mana back. Done. Then we're going to Teachings, grab our Bring the Ending, counterspell your Prohibit, draw. You 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, done. Draw a card. Let's cast the Pentad Prism. So done. We're gonna loot. Discard, discard. We have another Contentious Plan. 1, 1, 1. Okay, we're making mana now with our proliferations. We have another Bring the Ending. So if we can hit a spell off the top, we can win. Draw a card. We find the Steady Progress. Got it. Sick. 1, 1, 1. And then put some counters over here. Just clicking everything slowly. We finally get there and we win the game. Woohoo! Got him. The loots. Okay. To recover after that. So everything here is good. The inside outs. Don't think we want any of the other things. Do we want to weather the storm? I feel that we still don't want weather the storm, even though they could get out and win. Maybe we do. Maybe we can just trim a refractor. I'm afraid of the mana situation. Let's trim a refractor for weather, and then we'll know if we drew the weather instead of the refractor if it mattered. It just gives us insurance so that we don't die to beats. We draw the refractor anyway. We draw the Bring the Ending, the Prism. Okay, we're in a good spot. Keep it. Alright, we're just going to pass Peat Bog. I realize now we have 0 card draw in my hand, but we'll play the Pentad Prism into now Spellbomb. Okay, they get a Plains, play land. Wow, I don't like this. We can Inquiry right now, we'll have to discard a card. I think I would rather just Prism. We could Prism into Prism. Pass the turn. Okay, we'll just counter it. Better than losing my stuff. Pass. Find a contentious plan. So we can land, plan, 1/1. Done. Then we can play out the Inquiry, draw some cards. Pass the turn. Pass the turn again. Now if they Dust to Dust, it's not a problem. Play Arcane Answer to get back Dust to Dust. Okay. I'm gonna go land into cast Augury. Grab. Don't know what I want here. We have a lot of card draw already. Teachings is like pretty slow. I'll just get this. I think I want to take the Scary to keep making land drops. They're gonna take away our stuff. Alright, done. So now what do we want to do? We can play the Refractor and draw a card. Then we can play Spellbomb. I don't know. I think I'm just going to pass. Dust to Dust doesn't do very much here. They can Dust us if they want. Just get rid of it. I'd rather they play the Dust to Dust here, kind of. Sure. Luckily for us, I mean, that does set us back quite a bit. But I think we're okay. There's a land. Pass turn. Okay. Gets in. Play Nile Spellbomb. They don't counter it. Okay, play Scary. We're gonna Deep Analysis. And then Spellbomb you. Draw a card. Found our Weather the Storm, so that would have been a Refractor, and it would have been a second Refractor for us, which we didn't really want. So at this point, that's a good thing to not draw. 3 mana. 3 mana again. 4 mana. What's happening? They're gonna go Drifter Ephemerate. Okay. It's a lot of cards. We have another Spellbomb to get rid of their Ephemerate in the yard. Pentad Prism. Will you counter that? I could see them countering the Prism. They prohibit the Prism. We're going to attempt to draw some cards. Find Inquiry. And now Spellbomb. Play the Peat Bog out. What stinks is that we're going to lose our Spellbomb here. So I guess we just Inquiry right now. And then play the Spellbomb. And we're going to pass. We're going to get no value off the Spellbomb. It will Ephemerate, so if I were them, I would Ephemerate the Muldrifter here. Okay, they're going to point it at the Ephemerate. We're going to try to Spellbomb them. They have a second Ephemerate. What a boss. We're wrecked. Okay, so this is GG. We cannot beat that. We'll see you in the next round. Round 3 versus the Crazy Dentist. We don't have any lands, we're in a mulligan. We have lands, but nothing to cast. Nothing that we can cast. I think I'm going to keep it anyway. It's a risky maneuver. We're going to put back the Deep Analysis. No, cancel. Yeah, Deep Analysis. Mountain. Alright. Strong. Okay, Woodlot. If they're Blitz, we can Moment's Peace them once. Okay, so what are we relying on drawing? We have 8 blue sources, plus, wow, they are Blitz. Why are they Blitz? Pass. I'm very surprised to see Blitz lately, but I guess that's what it is. Okay, they're going to get in, start jamming some spells. Lava Dart, okay. Lava Dart. Yep. Taste this Moment's Peace. Okay, Peat Bog. Pass the turn. We have no blue sources. Manamorphose. Alright. Lava Dart. Okay. You gonna sacrifice another mountain? Just take the 7. Okay, my turn. Needle. Needle is good. Pass. They're going to go crash through. So we're going to have to Moment's Peace, most likely. We're going to try to not Moment's Peace because I would really like to be able to proliferate and then hold up a Moment's Peace later. They know that they can't go all in. They're going to try to like put us down to 3 so that Lightning Bolt kills us. Go for the Lava Dart to put us to 2. Sure. Go to 2. Draw. Another Moment's Peace. Going to loot, discard, and discard the Progress. Play land. I'm going to Contentious Plan. Get some mana back. Nice. Then we're gonna play this Refractor out. Okay. So on their turn, when they go for the kill, we just weather this Moment's Peace into Weather the Storm. Land. Our opponent's gonna attack. Cast Moment's Peace. Cast Weather the Storm. So we're gonna go to 8. Okay. Much safer now. Alright. We're not gonna worry about looting at the moment. I guess it's fine to leave the red up. Draw some cards. I'm going to play this land, play Experimental Augury, get a Contentious Plan, some lands, done. Alright, now we have to hold up our Moment's Peace once more. We're not dead to a single bolt now. And we can Teachings for Weather the Storm at some point. Opponent's going to get in. Should we take the 1? What's happening? We go for the Battle Rage. Okay. Moment's Peace. Pass the turn. The thing is, post-board, they're going to definitely have Flaring Pain. We just kind of have to hope they don't have a Flaring Pain. We can bring in like our removal spells and stuff. Another Kiln Fiend. It's pretty funny that we had the early Moment's Peace there. I'm like, I wonder if they're Kiln Fiend. I'll lead on this Hickory Woodlot, kiss their Kiln Fiend. And they are. That's so wild. Okay, you go to 3. I think I want to draw some more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Deep Analysis. Now we can loot. Discard, discard. Cast Pentad Prism. No, we can't really do that right now. They have 1 card in hand. Wait, I think we can do this. Pentad Prism. Maybe 5 mana. Pentad Prism here. Then we're just going to green and Weather the Storm. Pass the turn. If they have the lethal, we can just get rid of our Pentad to play a Moment's Peace. We're at 21 though. They have 1 card in hand. I don't think they can win this turn. I don't think they can do it. Okay. They quit. Sweet. We took game 1. There's basically... We could bring in the Breath Weapons maybe to clean up the board. Or the Anoint with Afflictions. Let's bring in the Anoints. Cut the Teachings. Bring all the Anoints. Cut 1 Deep Analysis because it's slow. And cut 1 Refractor. And we'll submit like that. Okay, so I'm looking at my hand. We have turn 2 Augury. No other land drop. We have our Anoints, but we'd have to draw into our black and have it open and then not kill us in turn 3, so I think I have to mulligan. We have the Anoint. We're going to keep. Put back Weather the Storm. Can't really cast that yet. Done. By the Peat Bog. So if something terrible happens, we can Anoint with Affliction their creature. To go for the turn 3. Okay, we mulled to 6. They kept 7. Okay, our opponent leads with the turn 1 Swifty. We're going to go Peat Bog, go. Drawing the Looting's not great, since we don't have any mana to cast it. Another Swift Spear. That means our Anoint's not very good. But they are whiffing on mana sources. Okay, we have a Refractor. I'm going to go land pass. Refractor can help us cast the Looting. We really need to augury or progress into a land. I think we probably want to augury into the land. Let's see what they do. See if they go lava dart, lava dart. Okay, we're just going to take the 3, or the 2. Guess we would get wrecked here by Pyroblast. Take the needle. Okay, draw. Lay the needle out. Pass the turn, holding up my anoint. They're going to Ancestral Anger. So we're going to murder that one so they can't draw a card. And we'll pass the turn. And then, so that we get hit for 2. We're going to go ahead and cast Steady Progress into Energy Refractor, getting our mana back. Cast the Refractor. We find a Contentious Plan. Okay, scary times. They have the Kiln Fiend. Draw. You find a Pentad Prism. Okay, so let's Prism. Gets us a bunch of colored sources. And then let's Augury, looking for a Weather or crud. We're looking for basically any way to deal with this onslaught. We need I guess I take the Steady Progress. Both of these are tap lands. Okay. Going to loot. I could Contentious Plan here first. Draw a card. Augury, looking for Weather or Moment's Peace. Find the Anoint with Affliction. So now we can pass the turn. We have quite a bit of mana on our lands now still. We're going to get in. Right now just for 2. We take it. We'll take 2. We're going to Manamorphose. Okay. So now they're going to run out of mana and we can just kill the Kiln Fiend. They're probably going to have to cast some spells here. Although, I guess if they had like Lava Dart right now, they could go. We're just going to take it. Okay, we take 6. We go to 6. Draw a card. We kill both our creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Kill that. Kill that. Draw a card. Weather the Storm. Pass the turn. I don't think they are going to be able to kill me. They have a Kiln Fiend. Pass the turn. Okay, land is good. We're going to progress. Leaving up the lootings, I guess. You. 1, 1, 1. None. Gonna loot. Discard. Discard the Deep Analysis. Loot again. So we'll discard the 2 lands. We're going to Augury. I'm looking for a Moment's Peace. I found it. They could have a Flaring Pain though. Okay. So we got rid of our lands, which isn't great. The question is, right now we could gain 15 life. That would put us to 21. We could definitely die to a Temur Battle Rage Barrage. We could also die to them just having Flaring Pain. But Flaring Pain costs 2 mana, and then we can respond with Weather the Storm. So I think I'm gonna pass. Take the risk and pass. It's kind of a tough spot. 1 damage. Okay. Lava Dart you. Okay. We go to 1. They have double Lava Dart. Well played. So now here we have Weather the Storm, but it doesn't matter because they have double Lava Dart. They've won the graveyard. Okay. Got me. Round. Hey, that was only game 2. Sweet. I feel less bad about my misplay then. Was it even a misplay? One may never know. Okay. I thought that was the whole match. That was brutal. Okay, we'll play first. We're in this position again where we have to Augury looking for lands. I think I'm going to keep, though. Pass. Swift Spear turn 1 again. Found the Anoint with Affliction. We're looking for a black land. Oh my god. Okay, Anoint. Now we're dead. I mean, that's how it goes, right? Their deck is made to blow you out if you stumble at all, and I chose to stumble. So we'll see you in round 4. You get to see a little bit of the back end there. Okay. I'm going to keep this. I don't know what's happening, but we have Prologue, we have Augury, Contentious Plan, we've got a Refractor, Forest into Bogles. Okay, land, pass the turn. Pass the turn again. So now we can turn to Prologue, and then maybe, or we could play the Prism, and then play Augury, and then have mana on our Prism. Not sure what to do. I want to move quickly, though. I guess I'm going to play the Prism out, pass the turn. Then we can Contentious Plan, then we'll have a bunch of mana. Then we can Prologue. Opponent has a Ancestral Mask. We're going to hit for 3. Play the Scary, play out our Prologue. That's the turn. Then we're going to try to Contentious Augury into some sort of Moment's Peace or Weather the Storm. Okay, there, it can hit me for 7, 9. We have literally no time. We have Weather the Storm, okay. So, lead on Contentious Plan. You, 1/1. Done. Final looting. Let's cast this Augury. Find, nothing really. Guess we take the Inquiry. Don't really need the lands whatsoever. So you, 1/1. And then we can loot into Weather the Storm. Guess it's looting. Okay, I'm going to discard the DA, discard the Refractor. Yeah, it's fine. Land, and then cast Weather Storm. See if we can live. Pass the turn. We're at 19. I guess like another mask would kill us, armor would kill us. Certainly not looking super hot. Our opponent just has Ancestral Mask kill you. Armadillo Cloak, okay. I don't know if that wins. Let's see. 13 damage. So we have the opportunity to do 1 Contentious Plan plus 1 Deep Analysis. Try Deep Analysis first. Contentious Plan. We're looking for Moment's Peace. Did not find it yet. And play Plan again. Done. We whiffed again. Plan again. Find a Prism and scoop the game. Unfortunate. We didn't. I mean, we looked a lot. We just didn't find it. Go nowhere. Nowhere to be found. I feel like knowing that we need the Moment's Peace, it will be a lot easier. So Swirling Sandstorm doesn't really matter. Brainy Ending could maybe be good. Could maybe just cut 1 Weather the Storm for another Brainy Ending. Try to counter their big Ancestral Masks and stuff. Okay. We're going to be on the play. Yep, that's a mulligan. Alright, we have stuff to do this time. We're going to put back the Inquiry, I think, and then play land go. And then we'll try to just counter their first creature if we can. Set them back a full turn. Let's see if they have a turn 1 creature. Land Bogle. Yes, they do. So, play land, pass the turn. We want to save our counter for now any Armadillo or Ethereal Armor. Everything else doesn't matter. We find the Moment's Peace, which is good, but we need green sources now. Okay, they're playing an Abundant Growth. I think I'm going to counter that because it takes them off of white sources. They play another Scout. And then if they were looking to draw their 3rd land, maybe that would also help us. So we're going to Augury, find a Contentious Plan. Let's plan now. And we find a Weather. Not useful. Make a land drop. We're going to try to Deep Analysis into a green source. They cast Commune with Spirits. And looking for a land or enchantment off of that. They put a Plains in their hand, so taking them off a white source, what's good? And they have the Ethereal Armor. No, they have a Cartouche. Okay. So they hit for 3. We have a Pentad Prism. That is a green source, not a great one. The Peat Bog. So now we can pass a turn. And on their turn, they're going to do some stuff, and then we go Pentad Prism into Steady Progress, having up Moment's Peace and Weather. They're going to smack us for 6 at the moment. We still haven't poisoned them whatsoever. Okay, there's an Inquiry, so we can poison them a little bit. Pentad Prism, done. And then Progress. Okay, we're finally able to, let's just pass the turn, I think. Maybe I should just Deep Analysis here from the graveyard, because I'm going to use the green. Then I'll be down to, I'm going to have to tap the Scary anyway. I'm just going to Deep Analysis from the graveyard. Draw 2, find a Contentious Plan. So that's pretty good. Let's pass the turn. They play a Spirited Companion, so that is lethal. We're going to get in. Easy Moment's Peace for me. Moment's Peace. Pass the turn. Just take some time off, opponent. Just take some time. Take a peaceful moment. Okay. Bogle. Another Glade Cover Scout enters the battlefield. Their opponent is at 0 in hand. We play a land. Go ahead and play another Pentad. Done. Once again, I would like to cast this Inquiry, but I'd also want to, I guess we have to cast them at some point, right? Just lose this land. Alright, that's fine. Inquiry, and then cast a Contentious Plan. You get a counter. And pass the turn. I'm going to Moment's Peace from hand, because it costs me fewer counters off of my Pentads. Pass the turn. We'll play the Woodlot now, and then start proliferating. So lead on Contentious Plan. You get some counters. We're going to add counters to our lands over here. Done. Right, done. Cast a Prologue. Cast Prologue. Cast Weather Storm here. Another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Weather Storm keeps us alive. All else fails, we have Moment's Peace in the graveyard. And our opponent untaps. They've got a Rancor. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, we're going to let that happen. 13 damage. Okay. We go to 4. We find another Moment's Peace. So what do we want to do? I guess we pass the turn, we cast Moment's Peace, we Teachings for Contentious Plan, or Teachings for Augury, and then cast Augury, cast a Rancor. We're all just playing off the top of our decks. Okay, step 1, Moment's Peace. Step 2, Teachings. Grab this Experimental Augury, cast Experimental Augury, grabbing the Weather the Storm. Putting some counters on all of my things, and almost done countering, and we did it. Done. So we could play Weather the Storm now for 15 life. Probably not needed. We have a Steady Progress. Okay, so let's Steady Progress. Step 1. You get some counters, and then we're just going to put some stuff over here, and the counters go on, and we say done. Another Augury. Okay. Cast Experimental Augury then. Take cast a Woodlot. Any order. And then you get some counters. Let's take the Woodlot because I don't think that I'm going to need that untapped blue source at the moment. Maybe it's wrong. We're going to go Deep Analysis. Shadoomp. Prologue. Alright, we'll cast it. And Contentious Plan. Got him. Now we just click. We're clicking all of our stuff, and you. They conceded before I could click it. Okay. I mean, we're set up to win the game in game 1, right? So let's just submit. On the draw, 1 land we cannot keep. We're gonna mull. We have triple Moment's Peace, but no green source. I guess I'm keeping. We're just going to get rid of 1 piece. They mulligan to 5. Alright, so that we may have some time. they're probably going to go Bogle, Rancor, Armor. Okay, lead on Scary Pass. So if we draw any 2-mana spell, we can cast it. And they go to their main phase. Going to cycle for a Plains, play Ethereal Armor most likely. Cartouche. Okay, not as scary as an Ethereal, but it is damage. Get in. I'm going to put this Peat Bog into play. Pass the turn. So we could have just Contentious Planned there, but I think I want to try to save it to maximize the ability to get mana back on my lands. We are close to dead. We're going to just Deep Analysis. Looking for a green source. Not find one. Play Scary. Could be dead here. Doink, 8, 9 damage. We need a green source badly. Oh boy. Contentious Plan. 1, 1, 1. Right, done. Find a Weather the Storm. Let's DA. Put a 1. We find the green source. Play land. Prism. That's insane that we got there. Pass the turn at 1 life. So upkeep. I mean, okay, so. Alright, what are we going to discard? I'm just going to discard this counter, I think. Lucky green source, though. We're going to go for the Moments Piece. Pass the turn. We now need to get some poison on them for sure. Okay, let's go Scary. Contentious Plan. I'm going to get some counters back on these things. Then I will Teachings to grab the Prologue and pass the turn. And Moments Piece from hand again. Luckily they can't ram through us. They have a lot of damage though. 19. A Moments Piece. Pass the turn. Unfortunately we had not dealt them any damage. Any infect. We're gonna go play Prologue. Needed to infect them. Play Steady Progress. More infection. Doink. Done. Then we have Inquiry, but we can't cast that just yet. So, trying to think. I want to save the Refractor. If I save the Refractor, then I can build up Storm count for the next turn, so that I can Inquiry after casting Moments Piece, or I mean Weather the Storm. I think I just Refractor now, actually. Draw a card. Try to get deeper and deeper. Okay, Prologue is going to be good for me later. Alright, we have double Moments Piece in the graveyard. Our opponent gave me a sad face. Sad face. We've used, what, 2 Moments Pieces now? We only have 3 more turns of fogging. So we have to win in 3 turns. Okay. We're going to go tap, tap, Prologue. Steady Progress. Very, very good for me. Cast a Steady Progress. Let's get some counters back. You. Okay, so can I do this without screwing up? Cast Infectious Inquiry, then cast Weather the Storm. Or I can cast Weather the Storm first, and then cast Infectious Inquiry. Or I can Teachings. I want to have the mana to be able to cast the Moments Piece from the graveyard. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I guess I should have Weathered the Stormed earlier. Oh man. It's definitely a problem. Guess I'm just going to tap these green, cast Weather the Storm, and pass the turn. That puts me to 10, so now I can start casting Infectious Inquiry. Our opponent is tapping some lands. Rancor. Okay, threatening super duper lethal. And then we will go for the Moments Piece from the graveyard. Pass the turn. We have 2 more turns. Unless we can get a big weather off. Deep Analysis. So let's go for Infectious Inquiry first. Second Infectious Inquiry. Third Infectious Inquiry. I think we need to pass the turn. 2, 3, 4. Trying to think this one out. don't really want to lose my Pentad, but I also don't want to lose my Scary. So on their turn, I can Moment's Peace using my Scary. They're at 6 poison. We have them at 7 on the next turn. Doodle-doo. We're just gonna Moment's Peace. Pass the turn. Okay, we found the steady progress. All is well. Yoink a doink. Steady progress. Get some counters back. And you go to 7. And find a contentious plan. Really nice for me. Contentious plan. Can we get there before we have to pass the turn? Tapping. Adding counters to all of our stuff. Say go. Okay, we have a... What do we want to do? Inquiry? I'll just tap this. We've already cast 2 inquiries. Cast my inquiry over here. Yoink. And we doink them. 10 counters. Sad face. Alright. We have officially beaten 1 aggro player. You got it. Good game's fun. It was tight. We'll see you in round 5. Okay, we're on the play in round 5. That's nice. It's not bad, actually, because we have the looting, so I'm going to keep it. Play the Woodlot. Go Woodlot into Scary, and then Prism into looting. Okay, our opponent mulls to 6. But having the Prism in play is like one of our best possible starts. We're just hoping that our opponent's not on Fairies, I guess. We're going to lead on Woodlot. Your turn. And what do they have? Okay, so they're Naya Gates. We should be able to crush them. But, you know, anything could happen. Scary. Pass the turn. They play a Citadel Gate. They've got it. The Manor Gate, I think, is the green one. So they are going to play a Sacred Cat or something. Raven Inspector. Okay. So we have the Pentad here. And then I'm going to loot it up. We'll discard 2 of these lands. Play an Energy Refractor. Draw a card. Mystical Teachings. Okay, so let's just develop our mana again. Then we have the Teachings for an Augury. And then we'll be good. Pass the turn. Our opponent got in with a Thraben Inspector for 1, and now they play the Core Skyfisher to pick up the Thraben Inspector. So get the value play. Play a land. We're just looking for infection spells or some sort of proliferation spell. Really don't want our lands to go away. Yep, that is a clock. 6 damage. Okay. To get in. Thraben Inspector. Find the Moment's Peace. So we are pretty much fine here. Pass the turn. What we can do is, let's see. Teachings for Augury. Cast the Augury, cast the Moment's Peace off of the Woodlot. They make the creatures ginormous. This is going to be 8 damage. I think it's fine. We might expect this player to be bringing in Flaring Pains post-board. 2 mana. Uh-oh. Smash to dust. That stinks. We'll just cast the Mystical Teachings, grab this Experimental Augury, let that die, cast the Experimental Augury, find a Contentious Plan, keep that, then just put some mana back on our lands, and pass the turn. Play the Woodlot, let's draw 2 cards with the Deep Analysis, and then I guess draw another card and proliferate. We're gonna try to find. Okay, we found a Pentad Prism, which is nice. We want to now have the Teachings for Prologue, probably. Got a lot of mana in play. We're at 5. I guess we could die to double bolt. They only have. I guess they have 2 red sources. They play a land. Go to 3 cards in hand. They're going to gate up their creature. Alright. We're just going to go for the Moment's Peace when they attack. Just fogging. Moment's Peace. Your turn, or I guess it's gonna be my turn. Shoo-doo-doo. Okay, so damage is prevented. My turn now. Pentad Prism. Play the Pentad Prism to get some colored sources in play. Go ahead and play land and Contentious. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Still just trying to draw cards to find the poison spell. Steady progress. We can steady progress into Weather the Storm. Running out of spells to cast to give our opponents poison, though. Our opponent's going to draw a card with the progress on the stack. It is a play. They're just bored of doing stuff. They wanted to have their opportunity to make some actions. Cast Weather Storm. Pass a turn. Next turn, Teachings for Prologue, and then cast Contentious Plan. We have Looting in the Graveyard to pitch our extra lands. And for us to die here, they have to double gate. But we just have the Moment's Peace anyway. Gate Creeper Vine's going to get a land. And I should not yield through the turn because they could have the Smash to Dust again. They get another gate. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17. But they can't double gate right now. So we don't have to Moment's Peace. Yeah, we're just going to take the 10. It's going to be fine. 10 damage to us. I guess this opponent could also be bringing in Flaring Pains. And they might bring in Relics. Let's play the Peat Bog and go for 1, 2, 3 Mystical Teachings. Oops, we need a black mana. And Mystical Teachings on the stack. We're going to grab our Prologue and Prologue. Now they finally have a poison counter after many turns. Like Contentious Plan. Now you get a 2 poison. Maybe this will happen quickly now that we have a lot of stuff going on. It's already turn 8. We're just hanging out. Okay, we have Infectious Inquiry. I'm just going to... Can loot from the graveyard or loot from hand. Let's loot from hand. Cracks another clue with the spell on the stack. Okie dokie. Let's Contentious Plan again. And then add some counters to everything. So our lands are doing quite well now. And we'll just pass the turn, I think. We could storm off. We play weather. I don't really want to. We're just gonna pass. Good Moment's Peace from the graveyard. I'm not gonna Moment's Peace until they activate at least one gate. Okay. You got me. You forced my hand, my opponent. Now I'm just gonna pass. So Refractor seems like it might be decent here. We basically have Tron lands. Thraben Inspector. Okay. Let's see if they crack their clue before our turn this time. Or are they just going to wait until we have something on stack again? Okay, they played a core Skyfisher. And they're just going to pick up their Gate Creeper, I guess, to get the last Basilisk. Nope, they picked up the Thraben Inspector. But now they can't crack the clue on my turn. So this opponent's going to be bringing in Pyroblasts as well. Let's go Inquiry. Floating black-green. Okay, another Inquiry. This maybe puts me dead to a Bolt, though. Guess we want to loot first. Red. Loot. Discard, discard. Play Pentad Prism. Play Steady Progress. Okay. You get some poisons. And then now is the time to go for the Weather the Storm, I think. So we're going to hold control. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Black. Green. Do it this way. Control. Cast Infectious Inquiry. So that we can get Storm count for Weather Storm. Cast Weather Storm. Okay. Gain a bunch of life so that we're not dead to Bolt here. Draw cards. Let's just play this Peat Bog out and pass. We have drawn most of our deck. Oh boy. Alright, so we have 19 poison cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 10 more cards that can give them a poison. including the proliferation and the poison cards. All right, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They go for the double gate, and we have a Moment's Peace Reno. Pass the turn. Just trying to use counters from both prisms so that we don't get blown out. Okay, our opponent's going to probably blow up one of the prisms here. Could maybe the refractor as well. They blow up the prism. So if we had left 2 counters on one of the prisms, we would have gotten super blown out there. We're gonna just draw some cards. Infectious Inquiry. Another prism. Okay. Might as well. Don't mind if I do, I guess, is what I would like to say. Prologue. Just Augury. Get another Augury, and that's the game. Kind of just tooled around until we won. I feel like that's kind of the style that I like to do. I'm just gonna do my thing. Just kind of nothing else is happening. Just no pressure, everybody. No pressure. Any order. You get 10 counters. It's fine. It's really not a problem. Our opponent's like, oh, it's so frustrating. We're just changing our dice. Okay. They leave the game. So we know they're going to be bringing in Pyroblast. We could also expect them to be bringing in Gorilla Shaman, maybe. It's kind of dinky to be bringing in Gorilla Shaman. Breath Weapon kills a decent amount of their creatures, but not all of them. They could also bring in Relic, but we're not really prepared to defeat a Relic. I'm just going to cut the Sandstorm for a Breath Weapon. Call it a day. We could bring in double Breath Weapon to clear the board. They have a lot of Thraben Inspectors. They have the Gate Creeper Vines. I think it's fine this way. I mean, overall, I'm decently happy about this Moment's Peace shell. We definitely, versus Familiars, kind of stalled out. So in game 1, otherwise we could have maybe taken the match, and then game 3 they just had the Ephemerate, double Ephemerate, basically. Maybe we could have countered their creature. Alright, anyway. Back in the game. We have Moment's Peace in hand, we're on the draw. We have a Scary only, so we have to mulligan, I think. Be a little bit less greedy. This is a pretty good keep, I think. Keep. Just put back 1 Weather. We're going to go Woodlot into Scary into Prologue Augury. Trying to play around a Pyroblast, though. Woodlot go. They put the Citadel Gate on red, informing us that they immediately have Pyroblast. Alright, 2 mana. They're going to cast a Sacred Cat. The kitty has entered the field. Pass the turn. They're going to gate up the cat? No. Alright. So they think it's important to hold up. We're going to go yield until next end step, because if they use the heap gate here, we can just Prologue plus Augury. Alright. They did the thing. Prologue. Draw a card. Augury. We're looking for blue sources. Would I rather have Breath Weapon or Contentious Plan? I think Contentious Plan. Any order you. Doop, doop, doop. Alright. So now our opponent gets to decide whether or not they want to try to hold up a Pyroblast again. We're definitely in a sketchy position for not having enough going on. Gate Creeper Vine. Probably get another Basilisk Gate. Now our Breath Weapon's at the bottom of the deck. They reveal Citadel Gate. Okay. They're holding up their Pyroblast. Get in. Okay. We need blue sources badly. Okay. Now we have double Contentious Plan, so I'm fine with running 1 into a Pyro. You know you want to. You could also just not Pyroblast, which is also very fine with me. They might also be saving it for the Vivisurgeon's Insight, which we're not playing. Here comes Pyroblast. Cast Weather Storm. Alright. Pyroblast is out of their hand. Do they have another one? They only have 4 in the deck. We're at 30 right now, so we have a lot of life to play with, and we have double Weather Storm in hand. We just really need some blue sources. Okay, they're going to get in for 6. Put us to 24. They're currently at 3 poison. Cast Prologue, trying to draw into a land. Heat Bog, cast this Augury. Another Pyroblast. Sad times for me. Okay, we have another Weather Storm. Alright, we're gonna have to Inquiry, try to find proliferation and blue sources. So yeah, it's definitely a problem now. Ephemerate. To get another gate. Put the pressure on. They get a Citadel gate. I'm surprised they're not grabbing more Basilisks, but I guess they just want more colored sources. Citadel gate on red. We're just mana screwed. Only 19 lands, we're getting mana screwed. You know, that means that we're just going to run into a bunch of lands in a row later, which is going to be a problem. Okay, there's a land. Let's Inquiry. Floating red for maybe a looting. Find a blue. So, guess we play the Woodlot. Pass the turn. We're pretty far from being able to Teachings for an Augury here. We're going to yield until next end step. So they resolve their Ephemerate, they get their Basilisk Gate. They can hold up Pyroblast still. 15 damage. Okay. Oh, gross. Cast Teachings. Get my Augury. Play land. Play this Augury. Last Pyroblast from them. Nice. Well done. 3 Pyros in the top 15. What are you going to do? Alright, so let's get rid of this Breath Weapon. Get rid of the Teachings. Bring the endings. I'm going to cut. We just kind of have to protect ourselves, I guess. Cutting one Weather the Storm. Submit it that way. We could also cut a Refractor, I guess. We will play first. We have Pentad Prism. I guess I'm keeping this. We really want to be able to Prism into the Study Progress. They mulligan to 6, looking for their triple Pyro last hand. Okay, Woodlot go. So they drop to 7, they play Manor Gate on red most likely. Green and red. Could be white as well. So what happens if we don't draw land here? I'm afraid that I'm not going to have a land. Study Progress, if this were a 2-mana Proliferate, we'd be in a really good spot. It's 3 mana though. Just going to draw a card. There's the land. Okay, so now I feel less scared. Let's play the Energy Refractor to draw a card. They're holding up Pyroblast. They love to hold up Pyroblast. It's their favorite thing to do. Okay, we draw an Augury, so now I'm feeling pretty confident. We just need one more land. With Basilisk Gate. They're gonna blow up my Refractor. Okay. Not a problem for me, actually. Let's play Scary into Pentad Prism, into Augury. Grab. I think it's gonna just be more Auguries over the Prism. So that way we can keep our lands going, we can keep the counters going, and we can pass the turn. If they have another smash, we have Bring the Ending. What are they going to do? They have to tap the Heap Gate in order to get their red source. Plays a Thraben Inspector. Okay. So we're looking for some extra card draw. Let's start off with the Prologue. If they Pyroblast this, we just Bring the Ending it, and then cast Augury. Shadoot. Counter. Cannot pay. So we draw a card. Draw a Needle. Let's go Augury. Find the Deep Analysis. Order you. Land. Or spell. Now we can play Needle. We can loot into Weather the Storm. Loot. Discard. Green. Cast Weather the Storm. Gain 18. That's pretty good. So now on the next turn we have double Proliferate, plus we have draw 2 from the Deep Analysis. And we have just one counter left on the Pentad Prism, so if they kill it, it's no big deal. They're just going to draw a card. Okay. Holding up Pyroblast still is 3 mana. It's fine. Okay, there's no Pyroblast on the table now. Okay. Great. Good for me. We draw a Moment's Peace. We're going to Deep Analysis first. Step 1. Going to Contentious Plan. Trying to get my raw blind draws off before I use the Experimental Augury. I think I'm going to just keep making land drops here. Play this Prologue. Oops. Okay, play this Contentious Plan. 1/1/1. Probably should have played the Woodlot first there. Play the Woodlot. Pass the turn. They smashed our previous Energy Refractor, so we just have this one left in the deck. We have Moment's Peace for when they start jamming. 1, 2, 3. So they could totally tap out. They're going to Dawnbringer Cleric to get rid of a Faithless Looting. Okay. That is one of the things is like when we have lootings in the deck, people just bring in a bunch of hate. Just keep hating. Haters gonna hate my lootings. Watch them just ephemerate so that they can get rid of the looting right now. No, they're gonna get in. Okay. They're at 5 poison. We have 6, 7 in hand. Attack us for 9. So step 1 is to poison them with this Infectious Inquiry here. Blanc. I think I'm going to play this Woodlot, play the Refractor, draw a card, Pentad Prism, hello. So now we could chain maybe. Play Progress. We go to 7. We get our blind draw out of the way. Doot. Done. Play a Augury. Find a Moment's Peace. Okay, you get a counter. And then we're adding all of our counters over here. We have 5 mana now. So let's see if we can draw it. Inquiry. And we did it. Okay. So we fought through all these Pyroblasts and we donked our opponent. You are now poisoned. Okay, so we got our 3-2. Go back to the league. We went 1-2 here in our losses, and Blitz is a horrendous matchup generally. I think with Moment's Peace it's a little bit better. Lots of tight matches overall. Let's go back to the deck. Here, the Swirling Sandstorm did not matter that much. I was a little bit concerned about not having enough initial poison cards, so we might want to go up one of these. Not sure what I would cut though. Maybe the Sandstorm from the main deck. Just move it to the sideboard. I liked having all of these. I think the split was good. The raw card draw from Deep Analysis is good. Faithless Looting is very good with all of these regular proliferations and blind draws. So I think from here I would probably cut the Sandstorm for a Prologue and cut one Breath Weapon from the sideboard and leave it like that. We'll just be completely unprepared versus walls and then hope that our sideboard helps. Oh god. Alright, I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.